wall and grab him by the back of his fucking head and then shove my fist down his throat.
Is this personal or is it business? Or
it is personal now. Yeah, you've seen the way he was behaving. I mean, look what this guy is even doing. Did you see him spitting on the mural? You know what he thinks? He insulted Conor, but oh yeah, Conor is really fucking worried about it. But what did he do? He spat on someone's hard work. He spat on someone's passion. You know, just an artist that had nothing to do with the situation. And he did that. An artist in his own hometown of New York. And that's what he did. That's just a scumbag move. I think the whole world wants me to put this guy away.
You think
and I'm happy
no
to
power?
oblige.
You think you don't have no power?
Yes, no. What do you mean think? There's not about thinking. It's about facts. Look at his record. He couldn't stop the partying record guys. The guys that were sent there to lose, he couldn't stop them. And anytime he fought anybody halfway decent, he got his ass whooped, handed to him. He's got nothing. And the only reason, you know, before I used to even think, well, some of those fights he managed to go to 12 rounds, maybe he's a tough guy. And then I rewatched it back. No, he's just a pussy because he doesn't fight. He hides behind the jab, doesn't show anything. He makes this fake movements with the jab, making it seem like he's gonna throw, but not really. Just keeps the guy at bay and never lets the right hand go. Just hiding. That's how he makes it to the end of this fight.
He's a two-time world champion. How is he, you know?
Man, in boxing there is a million fucking belts and a million weight classes. You know, you can avoid everybody. Why wasn't he mainstream? When you're a true world boxing champion, everybody knows about you. Everybody knows Lomachenko. Everybody knows Mike Tyson. Everybody knows Muhammad Ali. Nobody fucking heard of this guy.
Do you think if boxing was set up the way the UFC is, with one belt in each division, that Paulie would have ever been a champion?
No chance. No chance. If he had to fight, competitive fight every single time, no chance would he ever be a champion. And that shows. Look at his competitive fight record. You're all held professionals. You know this is not average fans. So you understand what it is. Remove those first 20 fucking fights. Remove a couple more after that. What is his record? 1-8.
What are your thoughts on the fighters that he has faced? The world champions like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped. He was shown that he didn't belong in there. He's got one win, Zab Judah, I believe. That's his one good win. But at that stage, Zab was finished. You know, he didn't. You know what I mean? He didn't have the love for it anymore. And that's, you can't really count that as a real win as well. So he has no fucking real wins in boxing. So
How do you manage your emotions going into this fight, or you just gonna let it go?
Man, I just let it go. You've seen how I manage my fucking emotions. I put them in a blender, a blender of fucking Russian hammers. How am I meant to be afraid of this guy? He's got this. I actually found out this fucking eyebrows that he's got. That's called HD eyebrows.
Okay.
If you're a fucking man, get yourself HD TV, not fucking HD eyebrows. Oh, he probably can't fucking afford the HD TV yet.
Is there anything you respect about him?
It's very hard to respect this guy, honest to God. Like I said,
as a fighter, as a person,
as a fighter, you know, as anything. It's just, how do you respect this guy? He's just a scumbag, the lowest of the low. Like, look the kind of shit he did. I walked into his hometown in the middle of Brooklyn, do you know what I mean? Alone. I came there, was asked by the president, look, no hands, please. We want to make a good impression on the commission. We're a new sport, you know, trying to break it onto the big leagues. So, you know, we need to showcase ourselves as professional athletes, and that's what I tried to do. And this guy shows up there with 20 guys. He's a brave guy, little fucking touch, and then runs off. What is that? If you told me now there's a guy that I really hate, and he's standing there, and I could sneak up on him, give him a slap, and run, I wouldn't want to do it. That gives me no pleasure. That gives me no satisfaction. I want to meet a man fair and square in the fucking ring and put him away. That's what true warriors do. That's what true men do. You know what he does? That's just sleazy little fucking low life kind of type of behavior. That's
it's well known that you guys have bad blood. You know, usually after the fight ends, there's always respect after the fight. They hug it out. Is that going to be the case with you guys? Whatever happens, can you guys hug it out?
You know, just speaking even from experience, look at some of his past fights. Even when he got his ass whooped, he still didn't stop talking shit. This guy, his fucking motorboat mouth doesn't stop talking shit. He just needs to fucking talk crap non-stop over and over and over. So I honestly don't really see it. You know, normally when I fight somebody and they earn my respect in there, like Jason did, for example, you know, I always shake their hand, I always show respect. Right. But with this guy, I really don't know.
So you have no respect for him. Is there any way that are you going to train
But what do you mean,
for him?
you have no respect for him? You shouldn't have any respect for him either. Why? Because there's no reason to respect him. Do you respect somebody that spits on someone's hard work? No. Do you respect him for that? Well, there you go. So why ask him that question? Nobody respects him because he's good. In order to respect him, he needs to give me something to respect him for. And he has shown fuck all.
Will you train differently for the fight, given the fact that you know you're
I train to kill, always, always.
There's always been a lot of I would say, disagreement between MMA fans and boxing fans. Do you think that this helps to create a bigger divide between the fans, and do you feel that it should be that way? I'm sure you respect boxers. I'm sure boxers respect you. Do you think that this should become an MMA versus boxing thing?
To be honest, I definitely respect the art of boxing. It is a hell of a hard sport to do, but I really don't like the way it's been run lately. With all the spotting of the records, you've got fighters, professional fighters, trying to sell tickets, to make their ends meet, trying to, pay for this fighters that they'll bring in for them to lose. That's not the right way to do it. You know what I mean? Something needs to be done. Something needs to be changed.
You think the UFC, if it was run like the UFC, you think it'd be run
better? Would be way better, way better. And there's proof to that. People always talk about the pay in boxing. No, the pay is only for the top fighters. If you look at the whole card, even on like Pacquiao's undercards, Mayweather undercards, there are guys getting $1,000 per fight. You will never see that in the UFC. Never.
Are you looking to knock him out the first round?
I'm just looking to hurt this guy. Honest to God, like I said, I want to grab him by the back of his head and shove my fist down his shoulder.
What was your thoughts on Saturday's fight with Wilder in Brazil?
That's again another thing bad about boxing. Why aren't the best guys fighting each other? I want to see them fight now when they're in their prime. And so what? If one of them loses, there's no big deal. That means you're operating in a competitive environment. You lose, so what? Do it again. Let's go again. Like Muhammad Ali used to do back in the trilogies there used to be. You win one, then you might lose another one. When you operate in competitive environment, anything can happen. Even if you lose, it doesn't mean that the other guy is much better than you. Look, a good example of this, even let's look into soccer. There was a few weeks back, there was a game, Liverpool-Barcelona. On the first leg, one team beat the other 3-0. You would think a walkover. But then on the second leg, just a couple of weeks later, the other team beat the other 4-0. So what does that show? That neither doesn't belong in there? No, it shows you that when you operate in a competitive environment, anything can happen on the night.
June 22nd, you victorious. Will you give him a rematch?
Money talks. Money talks. And he's gonna make a lot of money that night. And I'm gonna make 2 holes in his face. I'm also gonna make a hole in David Feldman's bank account.
Have you been talking to Conor at all regarding this fight? Just because you're fighting for the honor of yourself and for Conor. So have you been talking to him?
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about it already many times before, even when all that shit was going on with him being there and after the spar. It's nothing to talk about. He's dog shit. That's it. The only reason he was successful in boxing is because of the way you can avoid everybody in boxing. Whenever he fought real fighters in boxing, he got his ass whooped.
It's kind of giving you any advice at all?
Yeah, certainly. We always, talk. We always discuss fights. This is what we do. This is our life. So of course, there is a lot of fight talk between us always on a daily basis.
Hey, I want to ask, when it came to training in MMA and bare knuckle, was there anything different that, when it came to proper training, seeing the fact that your hands are more exposed, was there a different resting period? What was the whole process?
Well, my hands are more exposed. That's for my opponents to worry about. I don't give a fuck about covering up these bad boys. I've never used to wrap my hands, not in any fights, not when I spar, not when I hit the bag. I don't wrap these bad boys ever. And why would you? Look at these clatters. They don't look pretty, but they sure do a lot of damage.
Do you have any favorite boxers currently?
Yeah, I really like Lomachenko, of course. He's a good boxer. I love a lot of the Irish boxers. There's guys like Stephen Ormond, John O'Carroll. Those guys, Luke Hiller, Victor Rabbi. Those guys up and coming, but very, very slick boxers. Very good to watch.
I saw Conor talk about the Deontay Wilder knockout on Twitter. Did you get a chance to see it?
Yeah, I seen it. It was impressive. But we already knew the guy has incredible power. We knew that. I want to see him do that now with the guys, at the top, with the top guys. That's what we all want to see. So why not do it? Let's fucking do it. Let's go. And I'm sure they themselves want to do it as well. When you're a competitive, boxer, competitive person, you want to compete with the best. You don't want to wonder whether you are the best. You want to find out whether you are the best. And there's only one way to do it.
Was there any Paulie fight that you watched that was impressive to you? Maybe Miguel Cotto?
I don't know, like I said, I thought maybe he's somewhat of a tough guy, but no, he just hides behind the fucking gloves. And now he has no gloves to hide behind.
Oh no, he's been known to be a bit durable. I think one of the fights he got his jaw broken. He continued to fight with Cotto and stuff like that. So he's shown that.
Okay, good. Well, good. That's good for me. I
good
love
for you.
to see that. Exactly. I love to see that. I don't want him to just fall over and that's it. It's over. I've been waiting for this for so long. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be a proper demolition job.
Is this a one-off for you in terms of after this you go back to MMA or?
I would love to go into professional boxing after this.
After this?
I would love to try myself. Why not? I love the sport of boxing. I've been training with a lot of really high-level professional boxers lately. I would love to go there. Maybe I could engrave American's glass jaw.
Do you have a weight class in mind for boxing?
147 probably, but to be honest, I don't care. Whatever, I can go up and down. In MMA, I fought, from 145 all the way to 170. So, the options are there for me. Money talks.
Is your heart still wanting to do MMA though?
Oh yeah, I love fighting. Anything, bare knuckle, MMA, boxing. I just love to compete and I love to fight. If the right offer comes, then of course I will be competing in MMA.
What's harder?
All are hard in its own way, but I think the training camp I found for MMA was a lot harder just on the body. You're all sore all over the body. I found it a bit harder, but to be honest, all of them are really hard. It's hard to you have to train hard. You have to be living in the gym, and that's not easy.
Anything different from sparring? Like from the difference between MMA sparring and boxing sparring and bare knuckle?
Yeah, for sparring, it's I've been kind of boxing more than anything. Of course, you have to account for glove size, but I have my experience from MMA, and MMA gloves are basically like bare knuckle. So you have to work around it, but it's been good. The main thing for me when I spar is to have competitive sparring. I don't want it easy. If I spar somebody and it's too easy, I don't want to spar that person no more because I'm not growing. I want to be getting my ass whooped because that's the only way to do it. If you're not getting your ass whooped in training, you will sure get your ass whooped in fighting.
Have you been bringing in guys that are a little slick, do a lot of the Philly shove movement for sparring?
Yeah, I'm due to spar actually. John Evan was kind enough to reach out, for me some sparring. He's an Olympic medalist. He's a pro at the moment, 12-0. He's smaller, he's faster. He will give me that, boxing speed, boxing movement. So yeah, I look forward. I have plenty of guys to spar. That's one thing, one good thing about doing boxing in Ireland. There's no shortage of incredible sparring partners.
What do you make of that style in general, and what do you make of it in bare knuckle?
His style doesn't suit bare knuckle at all. That point kind of style. He never put guys away. His thing was points, and you can't do that, especially when your hands are very fragile. There's hard to hide behind anything. It's hard to run away. Clinch is allowed, so the ref is not just going to split you up. If you go and hug somebody like this, a guy that knows the Thai clinch, a guy that knows a wrestling clinch like I do, he's going to be in trouble. My Thai clinch might be amateurish versus a Thai fighter. My wrestling clinch might be amateurish versus a wrestler, but I am an expert versus this guy who's never wrestled, has never been in a Thai fight. I'm an expert there, and I'm looking forward to using my advantages.
How did you train for this fight?
If you want, like I always say, if you want to be a good dancer, you have to dance a lot, and if you want to be a good fighter, you have to fight a lot. So I want to be a good fighter. That's how I train. I fight, and then I fight some more.
Were you there when McGregor sparred with Malignaggi? What can you tell us about that session?
Malignaggi got his ass whooped, and that's it. Got dropped, his face was red. That's it. I've talked about it a million times, there's very little to say. He offered no offense, didn't land anything. Crap.
Malignaggi claims that the video was edited to favor McGregor. So what's your reaction to that? What do you have to say about that?
To what, sorry?
Malignaggi said that the video was edited to favor McGregor, so he's basically saying...
it's going to be some fucking edit job. Like there was the last version I've seen released was very long. You know what I mean? So even just to go by that, you can see what was happening in there. You can see after the spar, Conor's face didn't lie. There's not a mark on him, and Malignaggi's face was all red. So, you know what I mean? Was that photoshopped? What's he gonna say now?
Is there a boxer besides Malignaggi that you would like out there? I know you mentioned Amir Khan briefly.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna really, keep dreaming, why not, like the Mexicans have always been known as, the toughest boxers, in the sport. They've got that, heart, the mentality. It would be dream come true to face, any one of them, you know what I mean? Of course, I have to make my way into boxing first, break into it and see. But it could maybe a start fight with someone like Ryan Garcia. Why not? He's only up and comer. He needs the publicity. He needs, kind of the bigger step, but not quite, there to take on the best of the best just yet. So that could be a good fight. Why not? I'm open for offers, I'm open for any challenge. I'm here to fight. I'm here to prove myself, and there's only one way you can earn a boxer's respect. That's in the ring. So I'm here to do that.
What have been some of the nuances you've noticed with bare knuckle compared to the other combat sports?
Yeah, obviously, the fact that there's no gloves, so you can that's the difference with boxing. In terms of MMA, even just not having anything, it's really weird. Your punches, they bounce off the opponent's head rather than stick. If you hit somebody with a glove, the punch just stays there, it kind of sticks. Whereas here, they were like really bouncing. I found that like ricocheting, like bullets almost. I found that a little bit unusual. But yeah, overall, it's certain nuances, but it's easy to adapt.
How does it feel though when you hit someone?
Great.
Yeah.
It feels great.
The impact though, how is that?
Well, for me it was all good. Like I'm in the fight there, I'm fighting. I wasn't rocked. I wasn't really hurt. Those other ones, the cuts and all this, it just looks bad. It really, it heals quick, and a few more scars on my face. It doesn't make any difference to me. At this stage, I was never going to be a model, so it's all good.
Could I ask, did the wraps kind of? I was watching your fight, and did it add extra abrasion or cuts when you were hitting and their opponent? And did
No, because the wraps were only around the wrist. Your knuckles, are open, and this actually, it's kind of weird that for a bare knuckle fight, I had the wrap on my hand. Normally, for my other fights, I don't have any wraps, so. It was a bit unusual in that sense, but I didn't really mind.
It didn't when it went by, or they kind of like.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
With the go ahead.
As a friend, as a teammate of Conor McGregor, is there anything you can tell us about his return to the octagon?
Yeah, he's training. He's in great shape, and he will make his return. I have no doubt about that. He needs to reach an agreement with the UFC, from what I understand, and they need to give him what he deserves, and let's enjoy his great fights. Everyone loves his fights for a reason. They're exciting. You don't know what's going to happen. You're holding your breath. It's just great to watch, and that's what we all want to see. That's what I want to see. That's what everyone else wants to see. So let's see some Conor McGregor fights.
Now, of course, in the last UFC event, Dana White had the idea of putting McGregor on the co-main event only. Now, we all know that he gathers a large audience, so what's your reaction to that they were thinking of putting such a large superstar on the co-main event?
Yeah, I don't think Conor would mind, as long as you give him his worth, give him the shares, and then, he's happy to promote the company and build it even bigger, even beyond the 4.2 billion that he already helped build. So why not? Give him what he deserves, and let's enjoy the show.
How's the training different with this?
I box more than anything. I just take the boxing approach, because at the end of the day, it is bare knuckle, but it's boxing, So that's what I've been doing, Of course, your cardio exercises have to be altered a little bit, to facilitate the fact that you're only using your hands, but yeah, overall, boxing approach.